Welcome to Empowered Echoes 8, where we delve into the meaning behind famous quotes. Explore influential words' context, history, and significance, and expand your understanding of the world. It is our way of explaining these famous quotes.
Life becomes easier and more beautiful when we can see the good in other people. T Bennett. The quote speaks to the importance of cultivating a positive and compassionate outlook towards others in order to live a more fulfilling and meaningful life. It suggests that when we can see the good in others, we are able to approach life with greater ease and appreciate the beauty and goodness that surrounds us. One reason why seeing the good in others is so important is that it helps us to form positive and supportive relationships with those around us. When we are able to see the good in others, we are more likely to treat them with kindness and respect and to form connections based on mutual understanding and empathy. This, in turn, can help us to feel more connected and fulfilled in our lives and to create a more positive and supportive social environment. Another reason why seeing the good in others is so important is that it helps us to appreciate the beauty and goodness that exists in the world around us. When we are able to see the good in others, we are more likely to notice and appreciate the positive aspects of the world we live in and to feel a sense of wonder and gratitude for the many blessings in our lives. Overall, the quote suggests that cultivating a positive and compassionate outlook towards others is key to living a more fulfilling and meaningful life. By seeing the good in others, we can form positive relationships, appreciate the beauty of the world around us, and approach life with greater ease and joy. Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds that you plant. Robert Louis Stevenson. The quote speaks to the idea that the true value of our actions is not always immediately apparent, and that we should focus on the process of planting seeds rather than simply on the results we hope to achieve. It suggests that we should not judge our success or failure based on the immediate outcome of our efforts, but rather on the effort and intention that we put into planting the seeds of our actions. In practical terms, this means that we should focus on the process of creating and nurturing positive habits and behaviors, rather than simply on achieving specific goals or outcomes. Instead of being driven solely by the desire to achieve a particular outcome, we should focus on the actions and behaviors that will lead to that outcome over time and work to cultivate those habits in ourselves. One of the key benefits of this approach is that it allows us to focus on the process of growth and development rather than simply on the end result. When we are able to see the value of the seeds we are planting, we are less likely to be discouraged by setbacks or failures, and more likely to remain committed to our goals over the long term. In addition, focusing on the process of planting seeds can help us to cultivate a sense of purpose and meaning in our lives. By recognizing the value of our efforts and the impact that they can have over time, we are more likely to feel a sense of fulfillment and satisfaction in our daily lives, even if we do not always achieve our desired outcomes. Overall, the quote suggests that we should focus on the process of planting seeds, rather than simply on the results we hope to achieve. By doing so, we can cultivate positive habits and behaviors, remain committed to our goals over the long term, and experience a greater sense of purpose and fulfillment in our lives. None but ourselves can free our minds. Bob Marley. The quote, "None but ourselves can free our minds," suggests that true freedom comes from within, and that we cannot rely on external factors or other people to free us from our own mental limitations. It emphasizes the idea that we have the power to control our own thoughts, attitudes, and perceptions, and that we must take responsibility for our own mental and emotional states. In practical terms, this means that we must work to cultivate a sense of self-awareness and self-mastery in order to overcome the limitations and obstacles that we face in our lives. This may involve developing skills such as mindfulness, meditation, and cognitive behavioral techniques, as well as actively challenging our own negative thoughts and beliefs. At the same time, the quote also suggests that we cannot truly be free unless we are willing to take responsibility for our own lives and actions. We must recognize that we are the creators of our own reality, and that our thoughts and attitudes have a direct impact on our experiences and outcomes. Overall, the quote reminds us that true freedom and liberation come from within, and that we must be willing to take an active role in shaping our own mental and emotional states. By cultivating self-awareness, taking responsibility for our lives, and actively challenging our own limiting beliefs, we can achieve a greater sense of freedom, fulfillment, and well-being in our lives. But I know, somehow, that only when it is dark enough can you see the stars. Martin Luther King, Jr. The quote, "But I know, somehow, that only when it is dark enough can you see the stars," suggests that difficult times and challenges can often bring clarity and perspective, allowing us to see the positive and beautiful aspects of life that may have been hidden or overlooked in more comfortable or routine times. In practical terms, this means that adversity and struggle can serve as a catalyst for personal growth, transformation, and even inspiration. It is often through our darkest moments that we are able to find the strength, courage, and resilience to overcome obstacles and achieve our goals. At the same time, the quote also implies that we must be willing to embrace the darkness and uncertainty that comes with difficult times in order to fully appreciate the light and beauty that exists within our lives. This may require us to shift our perspectives, look for opportunities for growth and learning, and seek out sources of support and inspiration during challenging times. Overall, the quote reminds us that difficult times can be a source of strength and inspiration, allowing us to see the beauty and positivity in our lives that may have been hidden before. By embracing the darkness and uncertainty of difficult times, we can gain a greater appreciation for the good in our lives and find the resilience and strength needed to overcome adversity. The past is a place of reference, not a place of residence. The past is a place of learning, not a place of living. Roy T. Bennett. This quote suggests that while the past can be a valuable source of information and learning, it should not be a place where we dwell or remain stagnant. Rather, it should serve as a reference point that informs our present and future decisions, actions, and attitudes. In other words, we should not let the past define us or hold us back from growth and progress. Instead, we should use the lessons and experiences of the past to inform our current situation and make better decisions for our future. This also means that we should not be stuck in a cycle of dwelling on past mistakes or regrets. While it's important to acknowledge and learn from our mistakes, we should not allow them to define us or prevent us from moving forward. We can use the past as a tool for growth and self-improvement, rather than allowing it to hold us back. In essence, the quote reminds us to focus on the present moment and to use our past experiences to inform and guide our actions in the present and future. By doing so, we can learn from the past and use it as a foundation for a better future.
We hope you enjoyed this journey into the world of quotes. Remember, quotes are not just words on a page. They are powerful tools that can shape our thoughts and actions. Use them wisely. In the meantime, be sure to subscribe to our channel and share this video with your friends.